Welcome back everyone to Zuma Fan. So some news came out about Rubble and Crew that is almost in a way going to make me eat my words. And this has to do with LGBTQ representation in the Paw Patrol. I've made a video about this talking about how we would never actually see any of that representation in the Paw Patrol. And in a way that is correct and in a way that it isn't. Because Rubble and Crew actually came out with their first LGBTQ character, and this is a non-binary skateboard character. Now, this is very interesting information coming from them because I never actually thought that they would do something like this. And I know that many people, including parents, are going to be worried about this entire thing, but in a way, I don't think that there's actually a reason to be worried about any of this. Now, of course, I'm just going to talk about a show that I like for just a small moment, just to give you an idea of how I think is going to go for Rubble and Crew, and how I think that it's not actually going to be bad for your kids to watch this. So a show that I really like is called The Owl House, and it's a very LGBTQ plus show, and there's a lot of those characters in there. Now, one of the characters is named Rain Whispers, who is the love interest for one of our main characters, Ida the Owl Lady, and it's a non-binary character. So they go by they, them pronouns. And since this new character in Rubble and Crew is also going by the exact same pronouns, non-binary, the way that the pups are going to deal with them is the same way that our characters in the Owl House deal with that as well. They just said they and them, or their name. So I believe that Rubble and Crew is going to do the same thing, where they're not actually going to have a conversation where they're basically going to be looking at your kids from the screen and saying that this is how it is. I think that they're just going to have the character just be non-binary, and the characters are just going to treat them like how they want to be treated, and then that is it. They're not going to have like any big conversation or anything like that. And I believe that this is actually a very appropriate way to deal with this kind of thing. Rather than having characters just kind of spell it out or kind of just screaming at you from the screen, it's just characters understanding that this is how someone identifies and just treat them as they want to be treated, and then that is it. But I can understand why some adults are going to be upset about it. It's all understandable, but it did make me eat my words in a way, because it did actually happen. I didn't think that it would, but it did. But it did not happen in the main Paw Patrol series. But again, it is possible that they're kind of testing this idea out in Rubble and Crew to see if the reception to it is good enough for them to bring it into the Paw Patrol. Who knows, but this is all I gotta talk about today. I want to hear what you think. Leave it down in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.